Hi guys, welcome to the Muscle Mommies podcast. This is Nona.
This is Arev, and we are more than excited to finally have this running.
It's been a very long time. Last time we recorded, it didn't even record, so...
And it was such juicy conversations.
It was juicy, bro. It was so good.
What's funny is, our initial idea was we'll have this first episode be 30-40 minutes. We rambled for 2 hours. And that shit was just deleted.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Honestly, it's fine, though, because me and Arev always, ramble about things.
Yeah, so this is why this was literally made for us. So don't worry. We're here.
We're present. And we're excited to share everything about what's going on in our heads with you guys and have you become closer with us because it's important to us. We love you guys.
And we also think it's cool to give you guys the little bits and pieces we wish we had when we first started lifting, or even just this is a lonely process, so as long as we're in this together, me, Nona, and you guys, it's a little less lonely.
Also, disclaimer, we're not moms. We're not.
Somebody said it sounds like we're mothers, and I could see that.
Yeah, but we're literally early 20s, not moms.
Not planning on being moms anytime soon.
Why did we choose Muscle Mommies?
Okay, so we chose Muscle Mommies because I feel like mommy was just something we constantly, me, Nona, and Elena said to each other, and it sort of grew to be a little joke on our platform.
A little inside joke, yeah.
And we're fitness is obviously this is gonna be centered around fitness. So
yeah.
Muscle Mommies.
Muscle Mommies, we're made out of muscle, but we're not mommies. That's for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about why you joined the fitness. What started your fitness journey?
Yeah, absolutely. For anyone who doesn't even I don't know, I guess randomly maybe ran across this podcast. My name is Arev. I'm one of two on Muscle Mommies, and my name across social media platforms is Indici. I started fitness I feel like I was really inspired by my older brother, who's 6 years older than me. He held records at my school gym for lifting the heaviest, this and that, and I was always relatively close to my brother, so everything he did was super cool and I wanted to copy it. So I started lifting, I don't know, with not a lot of knowledge. So it was a bunch of squats everywhere. Every time I stepped in the gym, I feel like people can relate to that a little bit. And then after a while, I guess in the beginning, there was a little bit of not too much of a positive reason. But I started as I got older, and that innocence of just living was robbed. You know what I'm saying? You start to really care about the way that you look and all of those things. And as I grew older, I was damn, I want these things to change about myself. I unfortunately hated the way that I looked, and I started training for those reasons because I knew it was one of the only things that was going to make me see a change in my body. But it wasn't long, even though it started off sort of ugly, it wasn't long till after a few months, maybe even a year of lifting, I'm the way that I feel in there surpasses all of that. So I started lifting because I loved it being my outlet. And it's been my outlet for 7 years now. So the addiction just was immediate. Then once I realized how it made me feel.
Exactly. Yeah. I think weightlifting is just such an addictive feeling. Just because once you start seeing the gains, bro,
oh my goodness,
and you see a physique change, then you're whoa.
It's rewarding.
It's so rewarding. Mm-hmm. So rewarding. The best.
What's the reason you started? Along the same lines, or?
Yeah, it's along the same lines. Well, I was pretty physically active my entire life. I was a swimmer. I swam competitively for a while. Then I got bored of it. I quit the swim team, and I started going to the gym because I feel when you're physically active your entire life, you can't have a period of your life where you just don't do physical activities and exercise. So I found weightlifting. I was introduced to it, very similar to you, by my brother, and I've been at it since, and I fell in love with it because I truly I like how it makes you feel strong. I like
it's so
feeling
empowering.
Strong. It's empowering, bro. It's a confidence booster. It just makes you feel good. I think I just became addicted to the feeling of it. and just like the feeling of strength, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what Nona, like, first of all, I want to mention that I had no idea Nona was a swimmer till the last time we made this podcast or attempted to do it, and I was like, that's fucking crazy, because swimming is no joke.
Yeah.
It explains why she's like low-key like such a badass, because swimming is like such an intense form of exercise that fucks you up. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever here like tried swimming, but like it's known as like, I think one of the toughest exercises, like full body, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's intense, especially like with endurance and like holding your breath. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy.
That explains like why she's on the fucking Stairmaster for like 90 minutes. And she's not phased. Like, it's another level of endurance.
Yeah, it was good. Like, I recommend swimming. It's like not hard on your joints. It's probably one of the safest sports if you like disclose the drowning part. but it's like easy on your joints. It's really like peaceful.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Yeah, good source of cardio for sure.
Yeah, and it's cool because it's cardio for sure, but people who swim are strong as fuck or shredded as fuck. It's a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's cool. But weightlifting, I love.
Absolutely. Oh, and I was gonna say something else with that, but I got lost in your swimming.
I got lost in your swimming.
Seriously, I think it's such a cool fact. Like, if I was you, you know, when people say like, "What's a fun fact?"
Yeah,
that would be 100% be fun. Yeah, I don't really have fun facts though.
Shut up! Yeah, you do. You just don't share it.
Not like swimming, but anyways, I was gonna say like Nona's why for the gym and my why for the gym are really similar. And I get that question a lot. People are always like, I fucking lose motivation for the gym instantly. Like, I can't keep myself going in there. I can't seem to find a routine. And I think that routine happens when your why becomes similar to ours. Like, I'm not saying it has to exactly be what mine is or hers is, but just like me, like when I was initially chasing an aesthetic goal, like, oh, I hate the way that I look, so I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna eat more, I'm gonna lift more. Yeah, obviously that could be a little bit motivating, not in a really positive way, but it doesn't last. That is never gonna last. If your why is negative, yeah, you're sort of fucked. You're gonna go to the gym maybe super aggressively for a little bit, and then once you get a little bit more in your head, you're gonna lose your why. So your why's got to be rooted in something like
deeper.
That's never going to be robbed from you. Like, you got to be like, okay, wait a minute, I fucking love the way that I felt after I was done with that workout.
Yeah.
And that's going to get you in there more times than anything else probably will.
Exactly. And also, like, we're not like dolls, bro. Like, we're living humans.
Right.
We're living organisms. Like, our body's going to fluctuate throughout our lives. So if you're just like focusing on body image 24/7, that could be detrimental to your health really bad, you know.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I feel like once you start, as you said, like working out because of how it makes you feel rather than look, like you're gonna look good, feel good
naturally
too.
It's gonna take that form, because the reality is you don't look bad, by the way. Your mind is telling you that you look bad.
Exactly.
So the more you obsess over that, the more you're gonna find little things to nitpick at. But the more you obsess over the way that you feel, the more your feelings improve. And then once you're feeling solid, you're gonna see how easily you realize how beautiful you are. Like, you're gonna be like, I feel good, wait, I also look fucking good.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that it was all in your head. All those little things you were fucking bugging out about before, about how you looked, it's in your head.
It is. Oh, also guys, guess who the fuck is moving to LA, bitch?
Oh my god, yeah, that's such a massive one.
Guess who?
We're all gonna finally fucking be in one space together. It's gonna be like a dream come true.
Yeah,
juicy for sure.
So juicy.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, I'm so grateful for you guys. Like, you know what? I'm grateful. I'm great. Like, let me tell you, like, I have my little spurts of like gratefulness sometimes where I just like ramble about how much I love people.
Me too. I have those moments for sure.
But like, oh God, like, bro, who would have thought that like social media could be such a huge part of our lives? Yeah, like that aspect of having like sharing having a platform where you share your passion, but like the connections that you make with people is something that I wish I had years ago.
Yeah.
You know, like
100%.
I finally found my people, bro.
Yeah.
And like I felt so left out my entire life. I was like, why am I not enjoying is something wrong with me? Because why are my interests not the same as everyone else's interests around me? But like social media truly like helped me find people who truly have the same values and share the same interests as me, and it makes me feel so loved and happy.
Yeah, likewise. Like, not only meeting you guys, but like the way you say social media, even on like the consumer end. Like, when I was interested in the things that I was interested in for majority of my time, but I felt alone, like Nona was saying, like I didn't want to do the same stuff that everyone else was doing. I wasn't really interested in that, like, and I felt sort of weird, and sometimes I felt rejected from everyone around me because it's like, why are you doing that? Why don't you want to do this instead? But I found my people online. Like, I was like, wait, there's this group of people who fucking love fitness online too. Follow. You know what I'm saying? And then naturally it took its course where like I'm on the other end and I meet people like Nona and Elena. Like, instantly we met each other and it was like, wait a fucking minute. Like, we literally, was the first time we hung out at that hike that we posted a YouTube video on. Was that our first? Not me and yours first, but the three first, right? We had seen each other before.
Yeah. It was me. Yeah, it was all three of us.
And think about it, like, how fucking crazy is that? The first time ever we hung out as three, we went to this, like, traumatizing... So traumatizing. But it felt like we had been friends for years. If you watched that YouTube video, you would not be like, these girls...
This is the first time that they met. Like,
as three. No way you would have ever thought that.
Never.
And I think that's when I fucking knew. I was like, these girls are, like, they're mine.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Shut up. But yeah, and now, like, I don't know, like, Elena's gonna be moving out here in January. I'm gonna get a place with Elena. Honestly, like, I could not be more excited for that personally on my own end. One, because like I've been fucking dying, like literally on the inside, to have us three in the same location for the longest, because I feel like there's so many ideas, so many things we could do together, and so much comfort in having people in the exact same space as you.
Exactly.
But another thing is, like, ever since I got COVID, for real, I feel like even, like, you guys sort of recognize this for me, my entire, like, I've been fogged. Like, especially because I came from a place prior to, like, getting COVID that I was trapped at my house for months. So it was super triggering to be put back in that same place again. And I think it's, like, really fucked me up, like, in terms of, like, motivation, also just, like, the way that I see myself, the things that I'm doing. And I see this as a little lifeline. Like, it's coming at such a cute and perfect time where I'm, like, I get to...
It's a new chapter.
100%. Like, I was in the biggest slump, and I got a lot of DMs because people knew I had COVID and were like, how do you recover? Like, my life has not been the same since I got COVID. And you guys, same. I don't think we're in the weirdest position and era and time. Like, no one can really relate to what the fuck it feels like to not leave your four walls for 2 weeks because you're quarantining, or more if you have, like, at least for me, like, earlier in the stages where my parents were high risk, so I couldn't leave. So if it fucks you up and it's rough, I just think you have to keep chugging. Like, and that's what I tell myself all the time. You just got to do little things and keep moving, because it's okay to not be okay in situations like this. And literally January 1st, like, when it came out of the slump, it was really hard to recover. I've sort of been in this, like, wishy-washy, like, seesaw place. She's coming out here. We're all gonna go look at apartments soon. And see what we're gonna do, and it's just the most exciting point of everything that I've done online, for sure.
Yeah, I think, like, finally just, like, having people that you, like, truly, like, vibe with and, like, love, like, in the same area. We could do so many, like, activities together now, you know, that because, like, we share the common interests. We literally, like, we're all the same people. Like, we're gym rats. We like the homebody lifestyle. We're introverted as hell.
Yeah. and she'll be joining this podcast, by the way, for anyone who's curious.
Yes.
So it's gonna be just me and Nona for a little bit, and then when Elena. She comes, three muscle mommies.
The three muscle mommies. I'm so excited.
Yeah. And I think it's so special. I mean, we talked about this a bunch, but it's special that we found each other. But it's special that you guys look for people like this in your life. I regret not actively either looking for people who understood me by putting myself in situations where I can maybe run into people who understand what I'm doing, but also for sort of like letting other people's opinions of what I was interested in and what I did get to my head. Like, I always thought, like Nona was saying, I always thought, like, damn, am I fucking weird? Like, I just don't belong. And that's always how it's gonna feel when you're not surrounded by people who are doing the same things as you or have the same interests as you. That's why one of the most important things in life is to find people who really get you and surround yourself with them. Fuck numbers. Like, fuck having 50 friends. I promise you, people with 50 fucking friends are not understood and they are not happy. No fucking way 50 fucking people get you and love you and understand where you're at. No, find your 1 and 2 though. And don't feel fucking weird because you're surrounded by 30 people and you can't relate to any of them. You know how many fucking people there are on this planet? The chances of you relating to the 30 people around you is so slim. I didn't my entire life and I felt like an outcast. But, you know, like I realize now I just made the mistake of thinking that I'm an outcast because I don't relate to them. Like, I don't have to relate to them, you know?
Yeah, it's like you're just surrounded by a wrong crowd, and crowd is out there. Your crowd is out there. You just you gotta go where your crowd is, you know? Like we found each other because we were all a part of the fitness crowd, you know? Right. And then we're like, wow, like we share way more interests that like stem away from fitness too, you know?
Right, which is really weird how we relate on so many levels.
Yeah, so like if you ever feel like, oh, I have friends, but I just feel like they just don't get me, you know? Like there are people out there that will get you, you know? You just gotta find them. And
it's okay to rock alone for a little bit. I'm not saying like don't have friends, like if people don't relate to your interests, like throw them away. No way. But sometimes I feel like in a world where like, especially when you're really young, like caters to social, like going to clubs, going to parties, and you don't relate to that stuff, it's so fucking hard. You start to think like, why do I want to be alone all the time? Like, and I just want to remind you guys that being alone is not a bad thing. Like it's okay to rock alone a little bit, like have your friends and stuff, but never fold. Like if you're doing things that you're not interested in because you're trying to be like other people, you're hurting yourself in the process. Like it's okay to be alone, and your fucking people are gonna come to you. Like take it from me, like, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was alone, thought I didn't really relate to a lot of people, and it was just me and a couple of my friends who I loved and I still love to death. And then I run into like Nona and Elena, you know what I'm saying? Like you attract what you are eventually.
Exactly. And the thing is that like I don't know if you felt the same way, but like I saw like people my age, like everyone's like going out, partying, drinking, and let me tell you, that's amazing, good for you. But like I was so confused because I was like, am I wasting my youth? Like, am I wasting my youth because I'm in my room 24/7? Like, I'm not going out partying, drinking. Like, I have the opportunity to, but I just choose not to. Like, I want to stay home, you know? Like, am I wasting my youth? And then I felt so guilty because I was like, why doesn't anyone want to hit me up and be like, oh, let's go on a hike, or let's go on like God, you know something like that
exact quote, dude,
you know? And then I was like, am I weird? Am I wasting my youth? And then I was like, wait, like for me, like youth, for some people, youth is, oh, I want to go party. Like this is the time to
define
go
your
crazy.
youth.
You define your youth. My youth isn't. There's a party side to me too. But like
every now and then we're like, let's get fucked up together. We haven't yet, but we want to do it.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that I fucking hate partying. I love partying. I love going out. I like drinking too.
I like socializing too.
Yeah, I love socializing. But it's not something that I want to do every single weekend, you know? It's like I enjoy things, and it's just so hard on you sometimes when you're like, okay, like no one wants to do this with me. And then I feel like I'm just wasting my like young golden age years.
Yeah, for real. You know? No, I relate, like you were saying, like I don't know if you can relate to this 100%. I don't know how many times I've sat down with myself and I was like, and also I've heard friends tell me this, like you're young at this age, like you should be doing these things. And it gets in your head, you're like, damn, am I wasting my youth?
And then you feel guilty.
Yeah, but the reality is like
my youth is defined by some other things.
Yes, they're seeing me and they are thinking she's wasting her youth, and they're valid for that because they think the way that they would enjoy their youth most at a young age would be to going out, to go party, all those things, which is valid. Like a lot of people think that, and that's good for you. But with my eyes and my goggles, I'm not wasting my youth. And if I did what you guys enjoyed, then when I was 40, I'd look back and be like, I wasted my youth. When I was the most mobile, when I was the most, I could have been the most active. I didn't fucking travel the world and go hiking across every other country that I could. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would think I wasted my youth.
You're making me cry because like literally like, for me, like in my head, when I was young and I was like in middle school or high school, I was like in my early 20s, I envision myself traveling.
Oh my God, I thought that at a young age too.
Every single place. I want to go to every single country, get immersed in every single culture, truly connect deeply with people of all cultures, of all languages, and truly experience life for what it is.
Yes, because dude, I've said this so many times. You're telling me we were born on this fucking planet, by the way, like one of the only forms of life that we know to exist for fucking light years. I don't know if you guys realize what a fucking light year is, but light years, plural. And we're gonna fucking stay at your local bar every night? You're fucking me, dude.
Fuck no,
like,
bro.
I can't imagine that. Like, I haven't done as much traveling as I would like to. Well, because I want to put myself in the convenience where I don't even have to worry about it. Like, I'm doing it. I guess this gives me sort of the opportunity to create content everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like, I can't imagine living on this fucking planet that the only form
and
of
live in
life
one spot until the day I die. That's my nightmare. Like, I'm not even kidding you. If I was in my deathbed, I'd be like,
I would wake up. I would, if someone mentioned how, oh my god, she didn't even get to travel, I would fucking arise.
I'd rise from the dead, bro. I'm like, it ain't over yet, bitch.
No shot, you remind me of my failures right now.
No, but honest to God,
like, this is the only form of life to fucking exist, and we're gonna sit in fucking the USA for the rest of my life. Like, dude. And you're telling me, like, all of those beautiful fucking scenic pictures you see online, by the way, where you look at a place and you're like, oh my god, that's so beautiful. Let me remind you something that fucking exists.
Yeah,
go see it.
I'm like,
obviously, like, traveling is a luxury, by the way. Like, absolutely. But I am fully convinced that, like, it should be somewhat of, at least that's how it is for me. It would always be somewhat of a priority. Even if I, like, ended up going to, like, school, let's say, and I was going to school full time for grad school, I would probably save money to travel on my spring break. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
every break I get.
Yeah, of course. And that's just been my goals in life. And it's just so funny because, like, for years I beat myself up for fucking not wanting to do other things that people saw enjoyable, like constantly going out to different places, and I was like, yeah, I'm wasting my youth. And now, like, I look back at that and I fucking laugh, like, because I'm like, no, people weren't thinking the way that I do. They found their like-minded individuals, and I was a work in progress. I just had some time until I found people who were like, yo, let's fucking go on a hike, let's fucking go to the beach.
And actually, you're down, because a lot of people are like, yeah, I'll go on vacation with you, but you're not planning the vacation. Like, and then when the time comes, they're like, wait, I don't want to go.
Yeah,
I'm like,
100%. Everyone's down. There's that quote, right? Everyone's down until, like, it comes to planning or something.
Exactly. Like I feel like with me, Elena, and Arev. Yeah, I said that right. I don't know why my brain fogged right now.
Oh, about my name? Oh.
No. Like, I thought that I said Arev twice for a second.
No.
I thought I said Arev, me, and Elena, but okay. Anyways, so, like, with me, Elena, and Arev, like, we're down. Like, I'm pretty confident. Like,
you're gonna see us traveling and making this content ever.
Like, I, like, high-key, like, see us, like, being so spontaneous. Like, I feel like one night we're gonna be together and we'll be like, man, do you want to go to fucking, like, Italy?
Yeah.
And then we book that trip tonight and we're out tomorrow. I'm not even kidding. I see that, bro.
Me too. I don't want to be attached to any physical space that I stay in.
I don't want to live in one place my entire life. I want to be a nomad, bro. I want to live everywhere, okay?
Yes.
I want to be 1 month in fucking Spain. I want to be 1 month in, like, Japan. I want to be 1 month in, like, India. Yes. Like, I want to be 1 month in, like, Europe. Bro,
yes.
I'm down.
And I've always said, like, I think the most intelligent person is someone who's traveled a lot. Like, like you said, I want to experience different cultures, meet new people. Perspective is intelligence to me. Like, the minute you can sort of, like, come out of this fucking bubble you live in. By the way, everyone lives in a bubble. You don't realize, like, your community, your neighborhood, your city, your state is a massive bubble. When you step out of it, it's a shock. It's a culture shock, and that creates, like, makes you so smart. Like, I feel like the wisest people I've talked to
are travelers.
Yeah, old, like, men and women who have traveled so much. They have always given me, like, some crazy pieces of advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna do this, bro.
100%. And we're gonna take this fitness lifestyle, and that's why, like, we also sort of, like, connect. Another thing about us is we're all really intuitive. None of us extremely track. I think we have, all of us before. Stop doing that. We're all extremely intuitive, and I think that sort of plays into our lifestyle. Like, we want to be traveling and at the same time fucking chasing gains across the world. Yeah. But on travel, on different culture foods, you know? Yeah. And that's where you create those foundations of just understanding what's a healthy plate versus my
what's
fitness
a healthy
plan.
balance
in
life.
So you can just eyeball those things, you know?
Yeah. I think that's a wonderful thing. Like, it's just like, I think it's important to truly listen to yourself, you know? Like, listen to your body, listen to your mind, because, like, at the end of the day, like, you know what's best for you.
Yeah, and let that lead you. Like, of course, you could, if you're finding a healthy way to do it, to track your numbers, track your calories, track your macros, like, go by, like, a textbook definition of, like, what you should be doing, maybe created by a coach. I totally understand that. And to this day, sometimes I train like that, in essence. Like, my training is very regime, and there's numbers to it, and so I can totally understand having that, but I don't think there's any harm in, like you said, like, just listening to yourself. Like, your body will tell you, like, hey, these foods made me feel fucking amazing, and maybe to someone else who has an intolerance to those foods, they would say that it's horrible for you. You get what I'm saying? That's like how crazy perspective is. Like, there's people their entire lives who have something that, like, they don't even know, like, their digestive system can't process a certain food, so they think it's terrible, but they have no idea. You get what I'm saying? That they just can't process that food, and to you, and it makes you feel good. So when you get caught up in all these, like, paper textbook definitions of what you should do, shouldn't eat, should exercise, like, you sort of, like, lose the opportunity of creating an amazing plan for yourself. Like, you are the creator, and that's how it always should be.
Agreed. Always. I think it's really important. 100%.
Yeah, I can't wait to get all of this started with you guys. Keep you guys updated along the way with everything that we do.
Yeah, and we're gonna go from there. And just a reminder that when you're trying to improve yourself, sometimes you're gonna feel like the black sheep in the crowd, and it's a lonely world, but you should just push through and just remember that you're not alone. There are people like you out there.
Everyone's felt the same thing like us.
Exactly. And we're here for you. Me, Arev, Elena, we're all over here with you, and we want to go through this journey with you together.
Yeah, and we want to talk about the little bumps and things that we went through that felt like it was huge. We couldn't overcome them, and we're just going to, like, almost tell you our stories and just help you with a little bit of guidance.
And have you be heard.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
We love you guys, and we can't wait to see you till next week.
Yeah. Love you. Bye.
Bye.